Hello and welcome to Attention Central Texas. I'm your host, Charles Jenkins, and in the studio we have Lieutenant Chantel Millen and Lieutenant Aaron Millen of the Salvation Army. Hello guys, and welcome to today's show.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Yes, and of all of my visitors, you guys have something unique in common. You guys are married, so that's why you hear the same last name.
Yeah.
But let's just get right into talking about the Salvation Army. And out of respect, we always go ladies first. So tell us, what is the mission of Salvation Army?
In a nutshell, it's to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and to meet human needs in His name without discrimination. We always want to make sure that we're doing both. We never want to just preach the gospel and not be meeting the needs of those in our community. But at the same time, we never want to be caught only meeting the needs and not preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so we try to ensure that we're always doing both, and that those that we serve understand that they are being served through the Lord Jesus Christ.
And I love that you're meeting both and you don't hold one higher than the other, because you called the name. When He walked the earth, He didn't hold one higher than the other. He met needs, but He also filled you spiritually. Did you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think she said it beautiful. Everything we do, it's because we want to emulate Jesus Christ, and we believe that if He was here today on earth, this is what He would be doing, and He would be doing it in great fashion. So,
and to those people who, like I was when I first heard about the Salvation Army, and thought it was something totally different. Explain to us truly what the Salvation Army is about and kind of what services you guys provide in Bell County.
Great. So we have a 70-bed facility, and that's for men, women, and families, which include men and/or women with children. There, they have access to a clean and a safe bed. They have access to 3 meals plus 2 snacks daily. We have free laundry facilities. We have computer lab and library access. In addition to that, we have case management. So we work individually with each person to help them become sustainable and end the cycle of poverty. To do that, when funds are available, not just to those in the shelter, but we provide rental assistance for people who are undergoing evictions. We provide utility assistance to prevent power disconnections. We have a pantry that is open 5 days a week. Actually, we have 2 pantries that's open 5 days a week, and we're serving about 350 people to 400 every month. We have a store, a thrift store that's for the community to come and shop at a reasonable price, and then for some of our clients who are unable to purchase what they need, we're providing them with a voucher and they can come and shop with dignity in our stores.
And the, wow,
it's a lot.
Now, since we're talking about the things you do, just tell us where you guys are located and the different locations, and tell us the great news about the merger. If that's
absolutely.
What supposed to.
No, you're good. You're good.
So,
so we are in, as far as our Temple locations are concerned, we were originally the commanding officers of Temple only, and so that is 419 West Avenue G is where you'll find our men and women and family shelter, as well as our pantry. And then our family store is actually 1302 South 53rd Street, there in Temple. And then recently, at the beginning of June, or mid-June, they merged the Killeen Salvation Army with the Temple Salvation Army. So now we're ecstatic to be the commanding officers of all of Bell County.
That's awesome.
And so the location in Killeen is 1306 East Rancier Avenue, and that's actually the location of both our family store and our social services. So yeah, we're one big happy family now.
and the question people probably thinking, how is it working together?
Oh, it's perfect. There in Temple, we have a smaller store, for example. And so the way we're going to run it now is that the store here in Killeen is the perfect size for us to use as a warehouse. So when we are receiving donations, they will be received right here in Killeen.
That's awesome.
We will sort it, we will price it, we will hang it, and then we'll be able to send it to Temple where it can be sold. And so both locations are going to be operating in tandem. If there's a need here in Killeen, we'll have some case workers to come here and vice versa. It's just one big family, so it extends our service, it extends our reach, and the monies that's raised here will remain local, and so it'll help us to do more financially and provide more assistance.
And so you said the family store in Killeen, they'll be able to buy at both stores?
At both stores, yes. And now that we're receiving donations for all of Bell County, the donations will be housed here in Killeen, and we'll use Temple as a satellite store.
And currently, how many people have you guys housed in some kind of way through your program?
So over the last year, we've actually rehoused a little over 100 in Killeen, and then a little over 150 in the Temple Belton area. Wow. In addition to that, we've provided over 20,000 meals, as well as serving between 300 and 400 monthly through our pantry. So there's a lot of service that's happening, and again, our goal is not to perpetuate homelessness in any way, but it really is to bring an end to it. It really is to provide people with a new start, provide them with a home. And the beauty of that, and the thought that we always consider, is that when a family gets rehoused, it means that there's a child who one day woke up in a shelter, and the next day they're waking up in their own bedroom. They can go in their own kitchen and eat Fruit Loops or Apple Jacks or whatever they want, watch cartoons on their own TV, play in their own backyard. You know what I mean? Like they they get to be really get to be children and just kind of have that experience again. And so that motivates us to just, you know, keep pushing forward.
Kind of a two-part question. How are you guys funded? And do you need any volunteers, any people to help, and some services you got need? Let's start with you this time.
So we are funded through the generous contributions of the local community. All of the monies that are raised here remain here. So all of the monies raised in Bell County will stay here. About 80 cents of every dollar goes right back into the community. And so when you see us at Christmas time ringing the bell, know that that money stays locally, and it provides us the ability to extend our service year round. In addition to that, we apply for grants, and those grants will fund the specialty programs that we offer, for example, rent and utility assistance, as well as our housing.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So,
and volunteers.
So we are always in need of volunteers. Volunteers are one way that we help keep our operational costs down, as well as, you know, creating awareness of all that we do. And so if anyone's interested in volunteering, they can always give us a call at our main office in Temple, 254-774-9996. Christmas time is usually when we need the bulk of our volunteers, because the more people volunteering to ring the bell that we have, it's, you know, more money that we're able to keep in our programs and services. Because the reality is, unfortunately, right now, we have about a $300,000 gap in our fundraising and our operational costs that we need to close. And we've only been in operation for 3 years, so naturally the fundraising takes time, but we are working diligently to get that gap closed. And so by having volunteers ring the bell, donors supporting us financially, it helps us to close that operations gap.
And speaking of funding and operation, do y'all have any banquets, or do y'all have any, I see right here you have a school supply drive coming up, or school supply program. Tell us a little bit about both, if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have an annual dinner that we will be having this coming fall. And it's actually only our second one to have, because again, we haven't been open very long. But that annual dinner, we will definitely be looking for pledge dollars and donor dollars and things of that nature, while also making sure that our donors understand. It's sometimes when you give, you're not real sure, you know, where the money's going. But what we love so much about the Salvation Army is that we can be completely transparent about all that's happening. So we invite our donors anytime we see them. You can drop by at 8:32 in the morning or whatever, and we will take you on a tour and really let you see, like, literally where your money is going every single day. So that takes place in the fall. Coming up sooner, August 3rd, we will have a Stuff the Bus. So if you go to Walmart in Belton or the 2 in Killeen, you'll see a Salvation Army vehicle there, and basically we'll just be accepting donations to help students as they go back to school. And the second thing is, right now this week and all of next week, families that need assistance with school supplies, if they go to the Salvation Army in Killeen, they can apply for that particular program, and we'll make sure that their children have school supplies for the coming year.
Yes, and that address is 1306 East Rancier
Gotcha.
in Killeen.
Now, I've been talking about a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
Now I want to get a little personal.
Yes, sir.
How is it for you two working together?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. It's a pleasure to work with somebody so educated, somebody so skilled, and not just in the business, but also we're pastors. So when my cup gets empty, I can rely on somebody who has a connection with Jesus Christ to fill my tank back up. And so it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to work in partnership in the business with somebody that I'm in partnership in life with.
That's good.
And so God blesses oneness. And so as long as we're one, He blesses us in our agreement. So like it's an honor. It's a spiritual journey that I walk with her, as well as a beautiful life-giving, life-receiving journey. So.
She is cheesing over.
I hope so. I'm trying to get some points.
From your standpoint, how's
He just said it so eloquently. No, I completely agree. It's interesting because I know a lot of times it can be difficult working together, but the really cool thing is not only do we love each other, but we like each other. And so seeing each other throughout the day and spending time together is great, but we also respect the fact that he has areas that he's strong in, and I have areas that I'm strong in, and it takes both of us for everything to work, because we are always wearing multiple hats. If we're pastoring at one minute, we're having to be supervisor the next, we're having to be, I don't know, janitor the next. Like you just never really know. And so it's just kind of like this ebb and flow, and you interweave and you work together. But again, because we keep the Lord center, right, and are always in submission to Him, He always makes sure that we walk straight.
Absolutely.
So,
10 seconds, any final thoughts?
Okay. I just want to financially give an incentive to drop a name. We have a guy named Drayton McLean who has sent out a challenge to this community that he will match every dollar that's donated up to $200,000.
Wow.
So now your dollar will go further as you help those in need.
10 seconds.
I just want to tell the community we are so grateful to be here, to be serving the community the way that we do, and to let them know that this is their Salvation Army.
That's good.
And so take ownership of it and know that we are here to do whatever we can.
I want to take this time to say thank you guys for being on the show, and thank you for what you do for the community.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
There you heard it. The Bible reminds us that He didn't come to be served, but to serve. And Salvation Army serves, and they serve our community. Thank you for tuning in today. That's our show.